Good morning, everyone. Today's Friday, and I'm just gonna give like a super quick intro and then I'll kind of break it down a little bit more later on, but I'm in a hurry right now. Today I want to do more of like a health related day, kind of what I eat in a day as far as like what I'm trying to do with like my activity levels and things like that. Since I am trying to kickstart my weight loss journey again, I wanted to just bring you along with me. Later on I'll talk about some goals, like my timeline that I'm looking at and kind of what I'm going to do to get there. So as far as this morning, I had a cup of coffee. I'm like out of breath because I'm running around. I'm halfway through my first Stanley cup, and I'm going to have my greens right now, and then I'm just going to take a Fairlife protein shake with me because I have to take my sister to the dentist right now to get her wisdom teeth extracted. So I will slow down a little bit later on, but as far as right now, it's just a super quick breakfast just to get me out the door and just have some protein to start the day off right. And yeah, other than that, I will catch up with you later. Alrighty, so my sister already had her wisdom teeth taken out, and I dropped her off at home so she could rest a little bit, and I had to come to the post office to make a drop for a couple of orders. So I guess today you are following me along for a very busy, realistic day as far as what I'm able to eat at what time. Just, it's not, you know, not the perfect schedule, but we eat what we can when we can in the healthiest way possible. So this morning, I had my cup of coffee around 7 o'clock. I've been drinking my water. I'm almost done with this Stanley cup, which is 40 ounces. I only have a little bit left. My goal is to have at least 3 of these because that totals up to about a gallon, like 8 ounces short of a gallon. I noticed drinking that amount, and I'm not forcing myself to drink water. Like, that's actually normally what I drink in a day. So I am almost finished with my first one here, and then I didn't have a chance to take my greens this morning, which I normally do because I bloat like crazy. I didn't have time, so I skipped that, but normally that's in my, like, I have that every single morning without fail. I had a Fairlife protein shake. I actually still have the bottle here. I had this morning for breakfast. It was around like 10:30 that I drank it, maybe 11 o'clock. So it's 1:30 right now, and I'm not super hungry. So I'm about to have this cutie from my grandma's tree, and I'm just gonna snack on this for a little bit. And then when I get home, I do have some food that's already been prepped. So I'm going to have some like tacos, basically, and I'll have that for lunch, and we'll kind of just see what the rest of the day looks like as far as what I'm able to eat, because I have a couple things prepped. So we'll see what we can come up with. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to kind of sit down and talk about this later on, so I'm just gonna take the time to talk about it right now. Like, what I'm basically trying to do is kickstart my weight loss again. Most of you know I am trying to lose about 40 pounds. I'm basically trying to re-lose the weight that I've previously lost. I had lost 50 pounds for my highest weight, and I recently gained back 40 of those 50 pounds. My highest weight was around 215, 220. I got down to 165, and currently I'm at 205. I'm trying to get back to 165, and I just wanted to mention a couple of like what my timeline was, what I'm doing to get there, and my approach mentally, and like my plan of attack for this. And I feel like I have so many videos where it's just me talking and driving in the car, but this is literally the only time that I can have where I'm actually sitting down that I can talk. That's why we're doing another kind of drive with me conversation here. My goal is to lose 40 pounds. I don't really want to call it a deadline, but my timeline to lose this weight by, I want to say anywhere from the beginning of July to the middle of August. The reason being is because in June 10th specifically, I will be the maid of honor in one of my friend's weddings. Obviously, I'm going to be her maid of honor. I'm going to be standing next to her in every single picture, and that's a forever memory. I want to be able to look good. Second, I do turn 30 this year, and being that this is a milestone, I really, really, really want this to be the healthiest year that I have, the year that I look my best, the year that I feel my best, physically and mentally about myself. I want to be the most secure in myself that I've ever been. And I can't really say that I've been so secure in myself in the past, even when I lost the 50 pounds, because I was constantly comparing myself to my bigger self and always feeling like my progress just wasn't enough. And I really want to make sure to make it a point that I change that this time around. That's one thing that I really want to change, is my like mentality. I really want to make that a shift and really acknowledging my progress and really being proud of myself with the milestones that I do hit, and really trying to focus on the fact that I am seeing results, and that not every meal that goes outside of my diet, or you know, every little fluctuation, I really don't want to feel like it set me back to the beginning all over again. Mentally, that's the shift that I want to make, because that is something huge. Every time I looked in the mirror, I felt like it just wasn't enough. Like I was still my biggest self. And so since that is going to take time to really make that a change, then I really want to make sure that this weight loss this time around isn't from 0 to 60. And I really want to make sure that I'm not going cold turkey like I always do, or that I'm not going to extremes to lose the weight. So since I am trying to be more balanced in the way that I lose weight, I'm not really going to go into specifics about how I've lost weight in the past, just because I know some people are really sensitive to this topic. And I'm going to be honest, some of the things that I used to do to lose weight were not the healthiest. And I know that I really struggled with my eating habits, and I've been struggling with my eating habits, honestly, since I was probably like junior high school. So I'm not going to go into specifics because, you know, I'm going to need like all these disclaimers and then all these, you know, I'm not going to go into that. Some people are sensitive to that, and I am fully aware. And so if weight loss isn't something that you guys feel comfortable talking about, by all means, scroll on to the next video. Like, it's totally okay. I'm just talking about basically my experience. I won't go into too many details. If you guys want me to, I can definitely do that on a separate video, kind of like a sit down talk with me. But right now, I'm just kind of going over what I want my goals to be for this time around. So since I am trying to be more balanced, then I am allowing myself to give myself the grace to know that this will be taking a little bit longer than it has in the past. So I've been able to lose 10, 15, 20 pounds in 1 month. I can lose weight very quickly. The thing with my metabolism is, as quickly as I lose it is as quickly as I'll gain it, maybe even faster. So my biggest struggle has always been maintenance and self-discipline, because I get motivated by the fast results, but like when I get super fast results, I notice that I just end up gaining a bunch of weight. I'll end up like binging, and just, it's this whole thing. And that's exactly what got me into regaining the weight in the first place. So I'm going to take it slower, and I have different ways of measuring my weight loss this time around. Now, I know that a lot of people are against MyFitnessPal and are against the scale and weighing themselves, and like, this is a whole controversy, but personally, it keeps me accountable. Weighing myself keeps me accountable, it keeps me on track, and it keeps me focused and engaged. When I can see progress, or like any kind of fluctuation or anything like that on the scale, my scale's a little bit different. It'll actually tell you like water weight, muscle mass, you know, body fat. It'll give you more specific. So I'm not necessarily only looking at the main number, I'm looking at the percentages and those details too, which is why I feel comfortable weighing myself on the scale. I won't say how frequently I do it, but I do weigh myself on the scale, and that will definitely be one of the ways that I measure my progress. Another one, I am going to be taking a selfie the first of every month, because with me, the first place that I drop my weight is in my face. Like, that's where it's most noticeable. So I will definitely be taking monthly selfies to see the progress on my actual face. Next, I will actually also I saw this idea from somebody on YouTube, and I completely forgot the name. I'll link it if I find it. But one way that she measured herself, you know, some people will take a picture in the same outfit, but a lot of the times, especially with women, you lose weight, and like, for instance, my body evenly distributes when I lose weight, and I'm kind of grateful for that. But So when I lose weight, it all goes away at the same time. But obviously, what's going to be faster? Do you know what I mean? Like some people, you know, the first place they lose it is their waist. Some people their legs, some people their butt, whatever. So me, it kind of evenly distributes, but a lot of stubborn areas are like my arms or, you know, my legs or something like that. So the way that I'm going to be doing it, instead of wearing the same outfit every single week for my progress, I'm going to be doing different types of clothing. So I'm going to try on the same pair of shorts every week, the same pair of jeans, the same pair of leggings, same sports bra, same tank top or whatever blouse, and the same dress. And every single week it's going to be a different, like I'm going to try on every single piece that I have, and that'll kind of help me gauge like, okay, did I see more progress in my like lower body this week? Did I see more progress in my waist area, my belly area? And oh, I think a bathing suit is also one of them. So I'm going to be trying on different pieces of clothing every week, and that's kind of going to help me measure the progress outside of the scale. But I do need the scale to kind of accompany that so that it keeps me accountable, if that makes sense. I could measure myself like with an actual measuring tape, but personally I never keep up with it, and that's not something I'm really like I care too much for, so I can measure it by my clothing. I'm totally fine with that. So it's going to be a selfie, clothing, which I will be taking a picture every single week, and the scale. That's how I'm going to measure my actual progress. Now, some goals that I actually want to hit every single day or week or month or whatever, I want to make it a habit to hit 10,000 steps every single day. Like, that is my minimum. I want to do my best, and I really have no excuse not to. I will definitely be listening to my body and not forcing myself to do more than what I can. Like, I'm not going to overexert myself because I've done that in the past. I used to work out 7 days a week, 3 hours a day. I would not get any rest days, no breaks. I would like force myself to be there regardless of whether, and I would burn a certain amount regardless of whether I wanted to be there or not. But this time I will be listening to my body. If I'm in pain, I'm going to rest. If I'm overly exhausted, then I know that a workout's most likely going to do more damage than good. So I will be listening to my body, but I do want to make the best effort in hitting at least 10,000 steps a day. The second one is I want to drink at least 3 of my Stanley 40-ounce cups. It doesn't necessarily have to be my Stanley cup, but that's just the easiest way of measuring it because I carry this thing everywhere. But basically close to a gallon a day. And then also I want to make sure that I'm doing cardio every single day, because for me, and I know how muscle and fat and all that work, like trust me, I've done all my research in the past. I'm not certified or anything like that, okay? So like, don't come for me if any of this is like wrong, but I've done my research in the past. I've done so many different workouts. I've done macro counting, I've done CrossFit, I've done boot camp, I've done a bunch of cardio, I've done a bunch of weights. Like, I've done it all, okay? So I know what the best combination is for what, but what works for my body is in the beginning of my weight loss, cardio works best for me, okay? It works best for me to drop fast weight and then tone it up later in the gym. So my first focus is cardio before I start to hit weights. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I want to be able to hit 10,000 steps and do cardio. I'm not going to really be doing weights in the beginning, but I do want to do like core workouts so that, because, you know, strengthening my core is also going to help me as far as like getting back into running and things like that. And eventually I do want to go back and start lifting weights again, but right now physically I know that my body can't do it. Like, my body is not conditioned currently to lift weights. It's a little bit weak in some areas, and I really want to build endurance first and cardio and everything like that before I can start doing like actual weights. And that's just my preference, honestly. You know, I was walking last time. I have like that little walking pad, mini treadmill, whatever you want to call it. I have one at home in my office, and I was thinking to myself last time, because I was like, oh well, I'm going to make it a goal to do 2 miles today. And this was like 2 days ago. I was like, I'm gonna make it a goal to do 2 miles today and nothing less. And I'm going to even try to get a little bit of a jog in this time and not just walking. Well, I tried jogging and I physically could not do it. it was very hard for me and my body felt very heavy and it was almost painful to run. So I thought to myself, like, you know what, I could be discouraged by this right now. I've been so athletic for so many years, and I used to squat over 220 pounds, okay? I used to be the first one that would finish in like a boot camp or a sweatshop class. I used to be able to run up to 6 miles a day, okay? My body used to do some like really crazy things, and I could think to myself, you know, I could very much be discouraged and be like, well, it sucks that my body can't do what it used to do, and it sucks that what it once did feels impossible for me right now. But I kind of turned that around a little bit, and this is one of the things that are helping me like really flip my mentality here. I thought to myself, and I reminded myself, I said, you know what, I remember when I was barely starting to run, and I remember when I was hitting different PRs in the gym. I remember thinking, like, being so excited when I would hit a new record for myself, when I would go longer on the trail without stopping, or when I would lift something heavier and I was able to do more reps. I remember being so excited, hitting another level. And I thought to myself, like, you know what? I might be right at the beginning again, and it might suck. And it's easy for me to be discouraged, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to be excited for when I can hit another level again. I'm going to be excited for when I can walk more than a mile and not be out of breath. And I'm going to be excited for when I'm able to start jogging and it not feel so painful. And I'm going to be excited when I hit more steps than I planned, or I drink more water than I normally do, or when I'm able to lift weights again and not feel like I'm in so much pain. I'm going to allow myself to be excited for what I'm about to hit as far as my goals and my milestones, instead of being discouraged by what my body is limited to at the moment. So that's really what I'm trying to focus on, and it's okay that that day I ended up only walking, and I ended up only doing a mile in walking. Like, that was okay to me because it was still more than what I had done a month ago when my back was completely out and I couldn't get up from bed. I physically could not move. My back was so messed up, and I cried every single day from how much pain I was in. And I was like, you know what? I could be discouraged because I can't run a straight 6 miles right now, but I'm so encouraged by the fact that a month ago I couldn't get out of bed, and I just did 1.5 miles right now without stopping. I am proud of myself for that, and I'm going to continue to be proud of myself for the little things that I can do instead of the things that I currently can't, because one day I will be able to do those things again, and I'm going to be so much more excited when I can, and when I can say, dang, my body was able to really build itself back up to get back to where it was, and maybe I can even get it further than where it was in the past. And so I'm very excited right now, and I'm still proud of myself for starting over. I'm excited for like fresh starts because it's just another opportunity to make it even better than what it was last time. Like, sure, last time I lost 50 pounds, but my mindset where it wasn't really healthy, which is why I got back to where I'm currently at. And what I'm doing right now is like, no, I am proud of myself for starting over, and I'm excited to let this be a different experience for myself. I'm going to be excited when I see results, when I see progress, when other people other than me start to notice little things, you know? And so if anyone else is starting over, or they're starting for the first time, and sometimes it might seem so hard, like so difficult to either find the motivation or to feel like you're just not getting there fast enough, or it's just difficult to hit the next step, just be encouraged by the fact that, you know, one day you will get there. I've noticed that 9 out of 10 times when I don't like something, it's usually because I'm not good at it. And so I'm forcing myself. I have absolutely no upper body strength, and I have no core strength. And so what I'm doing right now, since I have no strength in those areas, I tend to hate it the most. But I love lower body days because my legs are strong. So what I'm forcing myself to do now is focus on doing core workouts every single day, and I'm going to do it until I learn to like it, and I'm going to like it when I become good at it. I just want to encourage anyone who's going through the same thing, the same journey. If you're starting over, if you're starting fresh, if you're starting for the first time, just know that it's going to take time, but anything builds over time. As you know, just every day, just do something that you didn't do the day before, or that you haven't had an opportunity to do, or push yourself just a little bit more. You know, when you're at that point of exhaustion or pain in a workout, just go a little bit further and know that you just went a little bit further than the day before. And that's what I'm trying to do with myself right now. And I'm trying to be proud of myself, and I'm trying to be patient with myself, and I'm trying to give myself enough grace to mess up or to be slower than I was before. And I really hope that this is something that ends up being so positive for me, because I really want to love myself again and love my body that I'm in, and I haven't for a very long time, if I'm being honest. So I am being proud of myself, and I'm going to be excited for myself. And if anyone would like to join along with me, by all means, oh my gosh, I would love it if you did. I would be so excited to know that we're all doing this together. We're kind of on the same path, and yeah, I'm excited, and I hope you are too if you're doing this also. So throughout this, it's not going to be like a fitness like channel or anything like that. I will definitely incorporate it into it, but I will be showing any recipes that I have, or the meals that I tend to cook for myself. Since I don't want to go cold turkey like I have in the past, I'm trying not to completely eliminate food groups or different foods into my diet. Out of my diet. I want to just learn portion control and moderation, and kind of just like make better choices and substitutes and things like that. So if there's some meals that I cook where you guys are like, oh, that's not healthy, or that you should check the calories, or you should check the macros, be patient with me and give me the same grace that I'm trying to give myself. I've gone cold turkey. I've done it. I've done the whole deal. I know how to lose weight. I've lost weight in the past. Just be patient with me. And I know that some of these meals, if I want to add extra butter to my meal, I'm gonna add the extra butter, okay? Like, if that's what's gonna help me eat healthier in the long run, where eventually I'll add this much butter, and then I'll add this much, and then I'll add this much, and then maybe one day I won't need it anymore. I'm trying to do this progressively, where it's a slower pace, but it's realistic and something I can maintain long term. So that's my little chat for today. I'm about to go into Ralph's right now to get my sister some soup, and then I'll probably get a little bit of fruit because we are out, and then I'm just gonna see if there's anything else that we need for home as far as like produce or anything like that, and that way I can start prepping for the next meal. So come along with me. Okay, so this is going to be my lunch for today. I had prepped some ground beef with like a fajita mix. So this is like just 90-10 ground beef. And then I got this little mixture from Trader Joe's. Personally, the Costco one is my favorite, but I ran out. And then I just sprinkled some cheese and a little bit of salsa. These are my favorite tortillas. They're the Siete almond flour ones, and they're my favorite. I don't think I'll ever eat a different type of tortilla again, even though they're like 10 grams of carbs per tortilla, but I don't really care. I didn't put any like rice or anything like that with this meal, so my carbs are going to be the tortilla. Obviously, I have my protein and then my fats for the cheese. Alrighty, so I'm back out the door. Today's just been one of those super busy, like randomly busy days. I woke up this morning, I did a video for my cash stuffing channel, and I completed a couple of orders for Etsy. Then I went to take my sister to her dentist appointment to get her wisdom teeth extracted. I actually had time to go to the post office to drop what I was supposed to. And then I'm on my way back, and I was supposed to go to the grocery store, and I was in there for like 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. And I was on the phone with my mom, and apparently my sister had reached out to my other sister and told her that she was starting to like bleed a lot and she felt like she was going to faint. So I drop everything and I head back out, and I went back home to make sure she was okay. Made sure she was okay, got her comfortable and everything, and I cleaned a little bit. I had my lunch, and now I'm headed back out so that I could go pick up her prescription that they gave her. And it's now 3:15. Just in case, I brought myself one of these little Dannon Light and Fit yogurts. It's a strawberry flavor. I actually really like the vanilla one, but I got the strawberry one this time. And just, I don't know, just in case I get hungry or anything. After that, hopefully her prescription is ready. I'll just make my way back home and finish cleaning the downstairs a little bit because it got just a little bit messy. And since I'll be home, I think what I'm gonna do is walk her dog. She's on Australian cattle, and if anyone has an Australian cattle, you know, they have a lot of energy and they definitely need to be taken out. So since we haven't had a chance to take her out today, I think when I get home, I'm just gonna make sure she's all right, she has something to eat, and then I'll probably take her dog out for a little bit, and that's kind of gonna help me get my steps in for the day. And I'll have like a healthy dinner. I meal prepped some. I think I can have more of that meat that I made. I really don't care to have it again. Like, I don't mind it. I also had prepped some mashed potatoes and some green beans, so I can have that for dinner if I feel like it. Oh, I'm trying to really, I guess, show like my everyday. Every day is usually kind of as busy as this one. I'm usually in and out of the house, constantly working from one thing to another, or working on different things at the same time. I'm still dispatching right now, but I want to like also show like it is possible to lose weight and still eat healthy, as busy as you might be. Like, I understand busy schedules, trust me, I totally get it, but I just want to show like it is possible to still get results as long as you're prepared enough. So I am halfway through my second Stanley, and my goal is to drink 3 of these a day. As soon as I get home, like, I just finish it and refill, and I make sure that everywhere I go I have at least 1 to 2 snacks with me, just in case, depending on how long I'm out, or if I do get hungry. I have another cutie in my bag, so I have my cutie and my yogurt just in case I get hungry. I'm really not feeling hungry right now, but obviously since I am changing the way that I eat and like the portion sizes and stuff like that, then, you know, in the beginning I am going to be hungrier than I would have like before. So it's still possible to get results regardless of your schedule, as long as you're prepared. That's really the main thing, is preparation. And I know sometimes it's hard to get ahead on that. Like, there's been times where I'm like, I have absolutely no time to cook or meal prep or rent the house, and sometimes you're just on the go and you have to get something outside. Like, I totally get that, but it is possible to still get results even with a busy schedule or anything like that. I feel like I haven't had a break all day. I woke up, as soon as I woke up, I was already working on something, and I haven't stopped since. But I want to make sure that I set myself up for success and just be prepared with as much as I can. So I had, my lunch was already prepped from like when I cooked it yesterday, and I just served it, I heated it up, I was good to go, and I was actually really feeling it. Alrighty, so I just left the pharmacy. I wanted to get a car wash today, put gas in my car, and go to the grocery store. I don't know how much time I'll have. I'm going to get some soup for my sister, some fruit for me, and see what else I can get from the grocery store that we're kind of missing. I'm going to go to Ralph's really quickly, stop by to get a couple things that we need, and then head on home. If you guys like Panera but don't want to spend like $10 on a bowl at actual Panera, at Ralph's they have them for like $6 for this big old tub. And for $9.99 you get the even bigger one. And it's literally, it costs like $8 for that much at Panera when you get this whole thing for $10. So I personally love the Arbonne Fizz Sticks for like caffeine, but I feel like they only taste good when I combine them with sparkling water, but like flavored, so either the bubbly or the Topo Chico ones. These are the grapefruit flavor, so I'm actually really excited to try it. We go through bananas like crazy, so we get another little bunch. And then I personally love papaya, so I'm going to grab one from here. I It's also really, really good for your digestive system from what I've experienced, and skin and hair, so I'll eat papaya any day of the week. Alrighty, we are out of here and finally on our way back home. Alright, so I was actually getting really tired, but then it's such a pretty day outside. Like, it's either been super, super cold or super windy. It rained for like 2 weeks straight, and today is honestly such a beautiful day that I was like, I can't just stay inside. So I got home, I gave my sister her antibiotics, I warmed her up some soup and stuff like that, made sure she was okay, and I grabbed her dog, and we are now out here for a walk. Coda! This is usually where I kind of let her off leash just because there's nobody around us. So I'm gonna let her roam around for a little bit, and normally like one whole lap around is about like 1.5 miles. Coda mama! Hi mama! Go! Come on! So the sun is starting to set, which means that since it gets dark so quickly, in like the next 15 minutes it'll probably be dark. So I can do 2 miles, but we did 1 mile, and I'm currently at 7,000 steps for the day. So I think if anything, I'll use the walking pad when I get home, or like maybe later in the night, and just finish off the last of however many steps I have to do. And I mean, it's only 5 o'clock. I can get those steps in regardless. But if I can't, just like doing random like things and stuff, like errands and all that, then I will just take some time and go on the treadmill while I watch a couple YouTube videos or something and finish off my 10,000 steps. But overall, it was pretty good. The weather is gorgeous out here, and for the first day, like, it felt really good to be outside. So we're almost home. I'm just gonna drink a little bit more water, see if my sister needs anything, and then I'll probably have like a snack or something. We'll see. So this looks like a really random meal, but this is what we have in the refrigerator, so this is what we're gonna have. Leftover mashed potatoes, leftover green beans, and then the ground beef with bell peppers that I had earlier. So it's not always going to like totally match or be whatever, but as long as we get our food, that's fine. I did serve myself a little bit of extra mashed potatoes just because it sounded good, but that's okay. We did really good today. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest. I am not really motivated to finish these last however many steps to get to 10,000. I'm not like super sleepy, and honestly it's only 8:30, so I know I could get up and do something. I'm just not as motivated right now at the end of the night. I think I'm still gonna do it because it's not like I'm asking of myself to do this like major intense workout. I'm just going to be walking for a little bit until I reach 10,000 steps. It's just something like, I want to make sure that I accomplished everything on my list, and so far I'm almost done with my water intake for the day. I'm at 7,500 steps right now. It's not that much to get to 10,000, and I want to make sure that like I just hit my goal today. So since it is the first day back on track, I know it's not going to be the easiest, but it's still possible. So I'm going to get on the treadmill, I'm going to put on some YouTube, and just mindlessly walk until I hit my goal. And I think that's going to be the best way to just like not think about it. And yeah, I will catch you up afterwards and kind of just show you like a brief overview of what my activity thing looked like on my, like, connected to my Apple Watch. So yeah, after that I am going to take a shower, just take off all my makeup, brush my teeth, and then get in bed and just start editing this video, I think. And my sister's doing a lot better. She's not feeling as weak as she was earlier, so she's downstairs watching TV. I told her to text me if she needs anything. But yeah, that's basically it. And after I finish this, I think that's where I'm going to end the vlog, just because I think I'm just going to do like basically like reset with me and kind of get a kickstart to my weight loss. It's kind of just like a day as far as what I'm eating, what I'm trying to do, just like a brief, you know, little conversation about what my goals are and everything like that. So let me get these steps in and I will get back to you right after. Okay, so I just got off the treadmill and I am super proud of myself because I know that I did not feel like getting back on and finishing walking, but I did it. So as far as today, I drank 3 of these and I'm already towards the end and I'm still thirsty, so I think I'm gonna be drinking just a little bit more. And I have officially hit 10,000 steps. I'm not sure. Yep. 10,539. So I am very proud of myself. And I started off the day honestly just super busy, but I was motivated. So I just tried to keep on going throughout the day. I did get a little bit hungrier towards the evening, but I just ate a little bit more than what I had originally served myself, and not too much, but I will say, I mean, it's the first day and I'm used to like huge portion sizes, which is exactly why I served my dinner on a smaller plate than a bigger plate. And that was actually, I did get full off of that, but I was craving something sweet, so I had one of those little hold the cone ice creams from Trader Joe's. I just, you know what, like, I just had it. I don't even care. So overall, I will say that I am very proud of myself. It is only the beginning and I'm not trying to be like 100% perfect. I'm just trying to do my best right now. So I am very excited. And again, if you would like to come along on this journey with me, please do so. I feel like it would be so much fun. And if you guys have any tips or like recipes or videos for me to watch, or like just anything motivational, any workouts, just feel free to add them to the comments. I'm going to let you go because my battery's dying, but thank you guys so much if you stuck around all the way to the end. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, because it'll really support my channel, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye.